I might have to just wing it, Tash. It's 10. Natasha McCarthy. Natasha McCarthy, you will be the death of me, woman.
What do you mean?
The death of me you will be.
Do you know,
We're at 9:59 and I don't know how many seconds you're going, I'm just going to change the batteries in the receivers. What?
well, no, because we did. I forgot we did pre-records yesterday, didn't we? We did pre-record.
I'm not bothered.
You don't care, do
Seriously,
you?
No.
If everything suddenly
no
goes
battery changes at
horribly wrong.
9:59
Sorry.
and 45 seconds.
In other news,
I'm so glad I'm in the corner.
Gemma's in the corner, feeling slightly stressed. I also feel slightly stressed when my entire lovely new workspace that's arriving this afternoon with prior warning from the company, and I get a call 4 minutes before we go to air. Natasha, all of your work things are they're in the courtyard. What? Sorry, what now?
It's not okay, that.
No.
The lady said.
The lady, you heard her, didn't you?
Yeah,
I heard her on speakerphone.
It will be quite late afternoon, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But we will ring you before we get there.
Yeah, and it'll be traffic dependent.
Traffic dependent, and it could really be quite late because you are at the end of the schedule.
They must have had a good run then, mustn't they?
Well, either that or they've had a right old schedule reshuffle.
Ha ha.
Dearie me.
Ha ha.
Your poor mum now.
My poor, I know.
Sitting it down there with a key.
Poor mum. She said, well, they'll just have to leave her, won't they? I went,
Hi, Gillian. Not watching because she's hot footing it there with a key.
She's not, no. She's running down with the key.
Poor mummy.
For the second time in a few days after one of the children managed to do the lock on the door and lock us all out.
Beautiful thing.
That was fun. Do you remember? I did that as a kid. And I remember, and that was
back to bite you on the bottom.
I know. And after that, our parents never had deadlocks on any doors. And I just remember, I have this vivid memory of coming back from a dog walk, and it would have been me. I had played. This is why I didn't actually tell my kids off at all. I had played with the deadlock, and locked us out after this dog walk. And I just remember we had a porch, and I just remember my dad swinging from the porch with his feet bashing the door in. Yep.
Oh, that's a special moment, isn't it?
That's a special moment.
Oh, I bet he was raging.
I
bet he's still cross about it. I bet he's still cross about it now.
Probably.
Yeah. Blimey. That is a vision and a half.
I just remember him hanging up there and swinging to try and kick the door in.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm imagining like an angry Captain Birdseye.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Oh, bless him. No, that wouldn't have gone down well at all.
No, it did not. Yeah.
No, definitely not a well done you moment.
So anyway, I hope you're having a better morning.
Yeah, morning. Hi everyone.
Morning.
How you doing?
Now that we have aired all our laundry all over the place.
I've had a notification that we're on Facebook, Textile Tuesday. So,
oh, brilliant.
Well done you, Facebook. Well done you.
Thanks, Facebook.
Jane Alcock's watching as well.
Oh,
morning,
hi,
Jane. She's in her workroom or at the cutting desk, one or the other.
Do you know what? You know, Gemma was... So yes, I can't remember. The other day you were taking the mick out of my inability to measure things properly and buying oversized things. Yes. I don't think our whiteboard is oversized, by the way. I'm just going to say.
I had to move everything in the warehouse to make a wall big enough. Of course not.
But I did fill it with a to-do list today. Plus we have a little section down the bottom, which Gemma has labelled Words from Our Leader.
Wise words from our great leader.
So basically, anytime I mess up on air, Gemma makes a note and adds it to the board, sometimes with a little picture.
It's the blooper section.
I think you'll see I've updated it this morning, Gemma.
Oh no!
Yes. I hope that you are all well. We might actually start doing some crafty stuff in a minute. Once we've just relaxed.
Hang on.
What?
Sound, picture, but I do have picture, but no... What? No picture, but do have sound on YouTube. Well, that shouldn't be a thing because without getting too techie, the piece of equipment that tells like the world what to see and hear is the same. Oh. It's one piece of equipment that sends it out to both streams. So that might be a YouTube problem. SJ's in the other room. I can't obviously turn sound on in here because there'd be a load of noise on my mic. But SJ, if you can have a listen to that, please.
I'm going to say a little John Cole Morgan sentence. That's an SJ
problem today. Yeah, soz SJ.
Yeah,
passing that buck right away.
handing it over. Should we say good morning to everybody? Shall I try and find it?
Yeah. Yeah, I have got people. Oh, good-o.
Found it. Good morning. I'm all untucked and everything.
Do you know who's on?
Who's on?
It says morning both. Tracy Perks.
Ah,
Tracy
Perks. We have got a brand new Tracy Perks pattern coming up on, I want to say Friday.
I have got a brand new one up, which is the mushroom
Is it already
table
up?
runner.
Oh, the mushroom table runner.
And we've got another, shall we say, seasonal table runner on Friday. So
I want to make that mushroom table runner.
I've given our Tracy Perks section.
Do you know what I want to make that mushroom table runner out of? You know those new moda we got in last week?
Oh, with them, yes. That would be beautiful.
That's what I'm going to do.
Really beautiful with the metallic copper. Gorgeous. We have given the old, I have given the Tracy Perks section a nice old facelift.
Yeah, go and have a look.
Lovely Izzy's cut me kits. I said, cut all of this, and she did.
Immediately,
I love that.
if not sooner.
I love that. She's amazing. But it's
called delegating.
It's phenomenal. I'm not familiar with this
concept.
I
know. I have been saying to you should try it sometime.
It's really cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Especially when it's, Izzy, and she just does things exactly as I ask. I mean,
even better.
I have no idea how
someone that follows instructions is perfect when you delegate.
But we have made kits for every single one of Tracy's patterns out of our cotton plains. And they are
so reasonably priced.
Phenomenal value.
They really are.
Silly value. Yeah. So if you do want to try quilting. Yes. We've
got 20% off as well.
Oh, heck.
On top of them being phenomenal value.
I don't think they're excluded.
They're not.
Whoops. Okay, so on the basis that we've clearly overlooked that, they are really, 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 really phenomenal value today.
Insanely priced.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, so if you haven't used the code yet, 20NMSEP SEP. I'd put a T on the end.
Well, you always tell us keep them nice and short.
Yeah, 22.
So don't start.
No, I'm just say.
But for those who haven't done Tracy's patterns before, they are all squares and half square triangles. It could not get simpler. They are beautifully
Grab
presented.
Yourself some creative grids.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Beautifully presented. If you've got a stripology, it will be your bestest best friend in the whole wide world.
Do you know what? I feel very, very proud to say that we introduced Tracy to the stripology. She was cutting them all with just a normal ruler, and then she watched us demo her pattern on one of our shows and went, "Pardon? What? What is this that you speak of?" And we're like, "Haha, yes. This meant that I managed to cut and prep and make your quilt in a day." And she's like, "What?" Yes.
Amazing.
It is amazing. So grab yourself a stripology ruler. They are back in stock. It's taken a while because they are always very popular. They used to be made in this country and now they're made in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're so popular over there. It's easier for them to make them over there and then bring them across. Popular, yeah. I've got my friend here today.
You have.
All right, Beryl.
She's looking fabulous.
This is Beryl Mark II.
I named her Beryl, didn't I? Well, the
Actually,
original.
Beryl's the other one out there. We need another name for this one.
Brenda.
Barbara.
Oh, my grandma was Barbara.
Would you mind?
Probably not. I don't know. Never met
Barbara
her.
and Beryl.
Sad news. Never met
Beautiful.
her.
But Barbara is sporting today's make, which is this. Now, yesterday, a lot of you bought the chains. We've got a slightly different set today. The lengths are ever so slightly different, and you get two of the short ones.
Yes.
But it meant when I put this on me this morning, I had the longer chain, and it came to sort of there. Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to put in mine?
Go on.
Well, I mean this one, basically this one.
Yeah.
This one's mine. I am going to put in dog treats.
Oh, nice.
Dog poo bag.
Yes. Dog walking bag. Yes.
But also my wallet, so that I can actually go and have a cup of tea somewhere.
Yeah, nice.
Because what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is D-Day, which is Dog Day.
New Dog Day. The chain that you've used there, I don't know which one that is, but the new kit, basically, what we're saying, guys, is you bought all the kits yesterday of the chains.
Yeah, we sold out.
The new ones, there are different lengths. You need to have a look. So you get two of the 7.8 inch approx. one of the 15.8 and one 31.5. I don't know whether you've used the one that's about 30 inches there or whether you've used the really, really long one that we had in yesterday's kit. I'm not sure.
That is the middle one from yesterday's kit.
That may
Today's kit.
Goodo. I'm so glad you're covering this. But you basically all went nuts for the chains. Well done, you.
Needed.
So we had to get some different ones.
We did. This is the middle one from yesterday's one.
Nice.
And I put one of the little ones, because you're going to get two of the little ones. Put one of them up there.
Ace.
They're nice because they're just like little hand ones.
Yeah, perfect.
They work really nicely.
Lovely for evening. Little evening.
So, yeah, that was yesterday's one. This is the long one on today's one. They're pretty much the same.
Excellent.
They're antique bronze. But they're just there. It just means that it can go on your shoulder like that.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me there.
Across the way.
Barbara. Brenda Mark II, whatever we want to call it.
You see, you called her Brenda then. Beryl's the original. Perhaps she is Brenda.
There we go.
Love
And
it.
I remember as a 15-year-old going to Italy, and all I remember my mum saying to me is, be careful of pickpockets, be careful of pickpockets.
Oh, I know.
Actually, she used to say that when we went to Leicester shopping, to be fair, be careful of pickpockets.
Yeah.
So if I had more than like £5, I'd distribute it in like
Yeah.
different pockets
All over
everywhere,
the
so that if
place.
anybody did pickpocket, it would just be the one pocket.
They wouldn't
You
get
know,
all
after
of
you'd
it.
had your birthday money and you thought you were rich because you had 20 quid, like all in £5 notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with these things. It's important.
Absolutely. Buying ice creams with the kids on a Friday, that's their treat after school on a Friday.
Aww.
Stops them whinging about it the rest of the week. They know that Friday is the day.
Ice cream day.
Yeah. And Emily.
'Cause we're not made of money, kids.
And another little boy who had his birthday on the same day were comparing their birthday money.
Oh, heck.
And I'm just there going, I said to his grandmother,
Children.
why are we buying these ice creams? Why aren't they?
Wow. Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
My stepdaughter has had more money than me for as long as I can remember.
Brilliant. I just snaffle it and put it in her account. She can have it when she's 18. Buy a house with it.
Oh,
Morning,
I don't
Alison.
need
Morning,
to.
Jenny.
She's so frugal.
Morning, Helen. Morning, Leslie. I'm on holes. So sorry. Can't watch much. That's all right, Leslie. Don't worry. In a small cottage in the middle of nowhere in rural Norfolk. Ooh,
I mean, the
sounds
good
lovely.
news is you'll always get us on catch up.
Yeah.
We're always there, you know.
Hang on. Weather awful. But going out for a walk. We'll just stay in. The weather might get better.
You have been having a right old moan about the weather, haven't you? I don't have clothes for this weather. This is not okay. I don't think Tasha's ready for the winter, everybody.
No,
She's
they're still
not
in my
ready.
ex-husband's house. We'll catch up at the weekend and have a wonderful show. It's just a bit of a way to go. Morning, Wendy. She says, I love the way to go. Thank you very much.
You've got a green one as well, haven't you?
Got a lime green one.
Your Kermit the Frog one.
And I've got a tartan one as well.
Yeah. The Kermit the Frog one, yeah.
It's from our favourite shop, Jem.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I got all the colours.
Oh, my God.
And morning, Jane. Morning, Kate. No picture. Oh, okay. I think we might have sorted that. Morning, Claire. Oh, yes. The offer I made on the house has been accepted. Did your husband know you're moving? Any idea? Oh, dear me. Rosina, good morning from Barnstable. Morning, Alison. Oh, yeah, Claire, the whole adulting thing with buying houses.
Oh.
We had our solicitor in 1 month managed the sale of my parents' house, my house, and my brother's house.
Wow.
My dad said, have you ever had quite so many people in a family move? She's like, no. She went off with COVID in the end.
Probably for a rest.
Could this family just leave me alone? Morning, Alison. Lovely fab this morning. Oh, they are rather lovely, aren't they? Morning, Joe. Morning, Vicky. Vicky's stepping in as IT department. She says, YouTube looks okay to me. Maybe try restarting it.
Well,
Turn
quite. And it worked, you know.
Oh, did it?
It
Awesome.
worked.
Morning,
Thanks,
lovely
Vic.
Sue Peck. How are you, my love? I missed you at the weekend. You weren't there? Joe can see and hear fine. Oh, us on YouTube. It's not just like a health check.
Just general. See in
Generally,
here.
See, can hear, all is good. Morning, Lisa. You see, Lisa loves to do a bit of sashiko. Now, can I show you this incredible quilt here? I'm not making this today. Jane is making this tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A beautifully made quilt in the space of a couple of days with a load of hand stitching. You haven't pulled that together? Oh. Well,
I've done my quilt for the year.
you have my one quilt that I've quilted myself.
It was 72 inches square. I am replete and done.
Any further quilts that are made will go straight to the long arm quilter.
Yeah. That was a shock to the system, having to actually quilt something myself. Gosh, there's a reason we have long arm quilters. It's for that. Morning, Alison. Oh no, she's in bed with the dreaded COVID. It's got her. It's got her. I just had a really weird moment there where one of our messages says, "Hi, Kate." I realise now it's Kate Blanchard, not me. Bless you. Because we've been talking about my mother. I'm Natasha Kate, and my mum still calls me Kate.
She does.
In fact, anyone that knew me before the age of 16 calls me Kate.
It's very confusing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So I just had a moment where on there it was like, "Hi, Kate." I'm like, what? Who
Who
what?
are you and how do you know it?
Who? Oh, no, not me. Morning, Rona. Not me. Tracy did like the kits. That's a good job because they're her kits.
Really glad you
Would
like them.
have been awkward, wouldn't it?
They're rubbish.
Yeah, Tracy hates them all. Get rid of them. Morning, Andre. Morning, Anne. Oh, there we go. Kate's all sorted. Morning, Julia. Morning, Diane. Morning, Jenny. Morning, Leslie. Morning, Jimmy. Hang on a minute. Jimmy's there saying good morning to Julia. But where is Elizabeth Crango? I bet she's puppy watching somewhere and forgotten. Probably.
I've gone quiet.
Tracy. Oh, it's the first time and everything.
It's probably just because I'm listening. Oh, it's a shock.
It's unusual.
It's a shock.
Yeah. Tracy said,
Quiet.
Gemma, shh. Tracy says, she's making up for it now. Tracy says stripology is a game changer. Only 30 minutes to cut a quilt out. Exactly. Bearing in mind that they're all 2-inch squares for Tracy's quilts. Jane says, am I going to Ali Pally? Do you know what? I'm not. I'm going to Cornwall after today. That's where I'm going back to pick up my puppy. Did I mention I'm getting a puppy?
And be with your children and just generally have a lovely family time.
Oh, yeah.
And some design time while the kids are at school, and puppy is no doubt.
I think. Oh no, here it is, Elizabeth. Oh, here she is. Oh, she's got on blooming laptop. She says it's on the way. Right, it's all good. It's all right. Just checking because normally Jimmy says hello to her as well. Morning, Morag, and morning, Annie, and morning, Carol.
My mic has gone off.
Oh, I tell you what it is then. It's those blinking batteries, isn't it?
Receiver.
You know when I said to you, can I change the batteries? And you went, you don't have time. Done it, yeah. Because I also said, I'll just keep them here in case. Just in case.
The baby has gone all quiet in
The
the
corner. Oh. I mean, it must have been so peaceful. So peaceful for that few minutes.
Right.
She's back.
Am I back?
You're back.
You
And
plugged
I've
me
changed
in.
my batteries as well because, we don't want
Because you
anything
can.
to me.
Apologies if there was a horrible noise as she did that. Probably a load of snow type.
No,
thing.
it's the other way around.
Oh, all right then, good.
It's if these go and the receiver's trying to pick it up.
Gotcha.
That's when we get the feedback issue.
Fine.
Right, okay, I've got a fabulous book. Now,
Don't show off. You can have one too, everybody.
I'll share.
You'll share.
It was my birthday in August. And I have to say, I did receive a few beautiful gifts. Oh, do you know what though? Facebook has only just started giving me my Facebook messages from my birthday.
Oh.
I found a whole load of them the
Peculiar.
other day, which I felt then really rude for not having said thank you very much to everyone.
How
So
bizarre.
thanks everyone for all my birthday messages. I'm just getting them from Facebook. Rude.
How weird.
I don't know. I'm feeling the love now. So this is.
Hi, Margaret. Go on, Tash. We know how good she is with languages, guys.
Frashiki.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, we could be taken off for saying the wrong thing. This is the Japanese art of wrapping with fabric. And my beautiful friend Emma Claire bought me a gorgeous gift, and it was so beautifully wrapped in fabric. And I still have the fabric because that is the beauty of it. It doesn't go into landfill. Hurrah! But there's a whole art to it. I watched a TV show on it and I was very impressed. Anyway, this lady, genius at it, and she's written a book on it because,
Yes.
you know, write about what you know, right?
Yep.
So here we go. Oh, it's like a little bunny rabbit with a bow tie.
I have to say, if someone wrapped my present in fabric and that fabric was for me, you know, that's a present with a present wrapped around it.
Yeah, exactly.
As well as being, you know, eco-friendly.
All of that.
Good, isn't it?
So you've got different knots for all this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You know when you go to the Scouts or Browns, you get taught knots.
Yeah.
Not beautiful, useful ones like this, are they?
Nope.
I think this might also help me with... I'm not very good at scarves.
No, you're
And
really not, actually.
Right.
No, but that's why you do well with an infinity scarf, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't have
'Cause
to
otherwise-
really point it out.
Well, no, but you're good at most things. So
Not
it's just
that.
one of those rare things that rattles your cage because you can't do it.
Can't do it.
No.
So, I'm sure you can probably like shove a baby in some of these as well.
We're not recommending that.
Did you never
Any
have
babies
a
damaged in
a
the
wrap papoose?
Yeah, no, I didn't. But it was
Oh, I did.
A little bit before my time. I had the annoying, you know, ones with the clips and stuff because you've got to remember, mini PT's 18 soon.
Oh yeah. No, you see, it was a bit like this. It was a bit like this.
Oh,
So the first photos that I've got of me and Freddie on the moor within like
Yes,
12
I've
hours of
seen.
Freddie being
Beautiful.
born, I've wrapped him
Yeah,
and tied him onto me.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I had a bit of help.
But that you know, let's not just try that. You got to make
Oh, no,
sure
like,
you get
do
a
it properly.
Proper
Don't
way of
just-
doing it.
Or try with like a doll first, not like your grandchildren, because it doesn't go down so well. Look at this. This is brilliant.
Vicky's saying, I'll be requesting all my Christmas presents wrapped in fabric now. Yes!
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. These
Oh,
are
Claire
brilliant.
Angelina says that with French she can help you with the pronunciation. This, not so much.
No, good. Well, yes. Not a chance. Oh, look at that one.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Look at that laptop bag. How much do I need? Oh, 41.5 inches.
Just over a metre. Or is that one way? Because
Well, I don't
fabrics are quite often
know.
40/40, 44, 45, aren't they?
44 inches, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would be very good, wouldn't it?
Beautiful. And this art, you can use lots of different types of fabric for. You can use silk, cotton, so any of our cotton fabrics, and we have
Yeah.
many, 20% off, just saying. Rayon, nylon, canvas.
Hang on. 2-bottle carrier.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm glad that's a 2-bottle carrier.
Gin and
One,
tonic.
you know, two.
Two a party does make.
It does. But yeah, canvas. You can use canvas for this technique. And we have canvas and we have linens.
We have beautiful canvas. We've got Mucci linens,
Yes.
which is a cotton linen mix, which is lovely, which means that
So that would be perfect.
I've
as
always
well.
been looking for a way to carry my cacti. Oh! So yesterday we had a whole conversation about the fact that I never know the right words to songs, right? Fact. I never know the right
No,
words to songs.
really
so I
brilliant.
make them up. I just discovered yesterday it annoys everyone. And so
And you threw your bolt of fabric, didn't you, Tash? SJ,
So
I
yesterday
literally nearly just said, I haven't had my coffee and I'm stuck in a room with this mad woman. Can someone please bring one for me? And then you appeared. I couldn't love
we
anyone
love
more than
SJ.
you right now,
There's no
SJ.
sugar in it though. I don't know
No,
if you
that's
take-
fine. No, I'm sweet enough, Petal.
oh look,
Sweet
she's
enough.
just creeping in.
She's creeping in and doesn't want to be
creeping
seen.
in. There's
look.
the hand of tea.
Because my hair
Thanks.
hasn't been brushed.
Oh,
She's
well
even
done.
made it in my special machine.
In your
cry.
special mug. Thanks,
If you put a quilt
SJ.
on me now, I'd probably sob very quietly.
You're wearing one.
Yeah,
Basically
basically.
wearing one. Anyway,
so,
we digress.
the
You threw me a bolt of
conversation
fabric.
yesterday was about the fact that I don't know the words to songs. I make them up, I get them
Any of
wrong,
that.
and it turns out it annoys people in the office quite a lot. Oh well. Bothered.
Doesn't annoy me. I just sing the right ones back at you, and you go, "Really?
That's it. I never
Really?"
knew. And then we discovered, well, I've discovered recently, because I've been trying to put this right, that actually on my phone, you can do a thing where it tells you the words, which means I can actually sing along properly. Just Game changer for me. So I then threw a bolt of Midnight Fabric at Gemma and went, come on then, what's this song? And the song was, Gemma?
Midnight at the Oasis.
Right. Send your camel to bed.
Yes. And I said, I don't know what the words are to this, Tash, because
Yeah.
and we looked on your phone and went, I beg your pardon.
Let's nip off to a sand dune, kick up a little dust.
Yeah.
What was the bit about the cactus? That's what this book.
Come on, cactus is our
Oh yeah, the
friend.
cactus is our friend. Wait, why is the cactus your friend?
Because you went away and I shouted you and I said, come back. I always sing the cactus is our friend and it can't be right. And you said, no, it can't be right.
What?
And then you got to that bit of the song and went, no, it is actually.
Cactus is our friend. I think my favourite line is send the camel to bed. What is it? Something about you're not going to need to ride the camel.
Oh, you won't need no camel, no, when I take you for a ride.
And that's it.
I quite like the bit where she says, I'll be your belly dancer, prancer, and you can be my... And she doesn't say shake, she says chic. Because it doesn't rhyme with speak. Oh,
Maybe
dear.
it's just like a very designer one.
Chic shake.
Chic shake.
Everyone's going to wish I hadn't got my batteries back now. Oh, God. I'm really sorry to anyone who's, perhaps working from home and has got one ear on us. If you've got a proper job, I'm ever so sorry.
We've got a proper job, Gemma. This is our proper job.
Funny about with fabric for a living. It's marvellous. Sorry.
You could wrap stuff now as well. I'm really rather loving this. We've got beautiful Christmas fabrics as well coming up soon. This was how my box was wrapped in my beautiful gift from lovely Emma Claire. And that was what got us to get the book, because we're like, well, that's rather lovely, isn't it? So
Yes.
we've got the book. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful.
Do you know this book as well? It's only $12.99.
Is it really?
I thought
You could
it was
buy it
going
as
to
a
be
gift
more.
for people.
Yeah.
And then...
And the brilliant thing is, I say this, which is quite controversial, but the brilliant thing is there's no sewing. So it's like, you can use the fabric, wrap it, give it. The person that receives it can use the fabric to sew with. But also, you could get this for someone who doesn't sew.
Do you know what the other thing is? Like, I'm just looking at this, and I'm just thinking, when I buy my Outlaw a scarf for Christmas or something, then I could wrap it around the plant that I give her as well.
Yeah.
Gran Pam looks lovely and stuff like that.
Oh, she does.
She really does.
She does.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to call her my in-law anymore, so just call her the Outlaw.
Yeah. Yeah, but I quite like that. Quite like that.
I know, but then people would think I don't like her, and I do. I love
Oh, I adore my mother-in-law. And we said yesterday, I buy her offensive bags to go shopping with.
I buy her really offensive gifts because I love her so much.
She loves them. She literally, if anyone missed yesterday, I bought her a shopping bag the one year that said lovely old bag on it. And she got so many comments and she uses it everywhere. So I bought her another one that says take an old bag shopping.
Amazing.
She loves it.
I'm just going to talk
I'm
bags.
so glad you've picked that up because we've got a couple more kits I've managed to
We do.
make.
This might have been sitting at the Volvo garage in Birmingham for a couple of weeks, where I left it in the back of my courtesy car. Inga very kindly went and collected it for me yesterday.
You're such a plonker.
She has a friend that lives just down the road. A plonker is a very kind way of describing me. Yeah.
That's very English. I've never seen sorry if you're international again.
What is me? When I do stuff like this, when I get halfway back to Cornwall and then go, all my clothes and makeup and everything are in the back of the car in Birmingham, and I'm now in Bodmin. That's the wrong B, isn't it? So we do have a couple of kits. I believe out of this colourway here, which is absolutely gorgeous, and all the hardware did finally arrive as well. So if you search the website for 2-inch swivel clips, they're really hard to get hold of, ask me how I know, but I did get hold of them and they are on the website for yow. And we've got it in that colour and that colour, and this is out of our linens, and that is the perfect. I'm not going to show you what's in it because it's got all my washing and everything
I'll
in.
be honest, because I'm brilliant. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, just modest.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, no, modest. It's all good.
Because I'm brilliant.
Can you shove that out of the way?
I didn't just load them as 2-inch yada yada yada. I loaded them as hardware rain duffel.
Oh, hang on.
What they were.
Hang on.
Oh, has Brenda fallen apart? Oh, there. You know when the wheels fell off the other week and he said how apt? Poor Brenda, she's a mix. Check my mic.
Did you turn it back on again? Can we hear her? Because she's being hilarious.
Hear it?
Oh, right. Too much? Not enough.
Not enough.
Probably right.
Not enough. Did I turn it back on over here?
I've put new batteries in, and
What?
yet it's flashing at me that they are dead.
That's good, isn't it? I
Oh.
put the old ones back in again.
Gemma will join us shortly. Has there been a...
Yeah, I did that beautiful thing where you take the old batteries out, and then you
Oh.
put the same ones back in again.
I've done that so many times.
SJ?
I'll take them.
Oh, SJ, do you want these as well? So that they don't go back in as well.
Can we
You're
not
really
do-
going to wish you brushed your hair now, aren't you?
We're not going to do battery changes pre-show. Again, it's going to be at least an hour before thing.
Anyway, good. Right, so we've got a couple of those kits left. I've got to really remember to take that home.
Margaret knew what I'd done.
Did
Baby
she?
quiet again. Did you put the old batteries back in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course did. Of
Oh.
course did. I love that you guys know. Well,
Mic on or off, the laugh is still the same volume. Sorry, Claire Angelina.
oh, right. So today's new linens are these, Gemma Lala.
I can't tell you how excited I am about both, but the one in particular. fact-
So this is what I've made my bag out of, and I've got a kit whereby you're going to get a fat quarter of the PU, half metre of Midnight, no Oasis required, and a half metre of the Mucci linen. It is, I want to get this right around, 70% linen, 30% cotton, which means it doesn't do that thing of creasing all the time, and it's really easy to work with. So this is your kit if you want to make, the bag. You have got way too much of this, by the way. You could almost make two. In fact, I think you might be able to make two out of the amount there. So yes, that is all good. Because, you know, once you start with that, you're going to want to do lots with it. So you've got half a metre, fat quarter. Hurrah.
Beautiful.
Yep. And that's what I've made my bag out of. Now, other things that we've made out of linens that we've had from Moda has been the tuck clock bag.
Fabulous.
So again, you know, you could get that and make the tuck clock bag out of it instead. It's up to you.
You could.
Hang on.
You could.
I'm just checking fabric amounts. Should be able to, shouldn't you? Yeah. Our cleaner nicked the other one, didn't she?
She did, actually. The one with the bees.
Yeah, she did.
Fabulous.
Like with our knowledge, that sounds awful, doesn't it?
No.
She did come to us and say, I'm nicking this, is that okay? Because my granddaughter will really like it.
To be fair, she said, I would like to buy this, is that okay?
Yeah, I know, but she doesn't give us the money, so it's
Not yet.
basically nicked.
Might have something to do with the fact I've not told her how much she actually owes
Oh,
yet.
that old chestnut.
I've been too busy. She's
I
not
have
going to run
known-
away.
I have known Penny almost as long as I've known you.
Exactly.
So I know where she lives, it's all good. That doesn't sound crazy at all. I bought my first proper riding horse off Penny when I was 19.
Aww.
My student loan. Yep. To this day, we still swap horses all over the place. It's good. Right, so that is that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful linen. I'm going to demo in this today.
Well, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful linen that you've just put behind you,
Yeah.
I saw that come in and it winked at me and I instantly went, oh, it needs to be a jacket.
Oh, is that why you're sitting there looking through
and I
all of
just
the
suddenly-
Great British Sewing Bee books in
Right.
all the world?
So there's two
Looking for-
patterns. There is.
Come on then.
This one, which was meant to be patchworked, I just think you could just make it
You
with
basically
the fabric.
want to faux patchwork it, don't you?
Well, you don't need to, do you?
This is
It
out of the
patchwork it.
modern wardrobe. I'm gonna say, Patrick Grant, you've upset me. What is this?
Oh, you see?
He's so much more handsome without it.
Do you think?
Like either grow like a proper, but what's this? What is that?
There's an old picture of him here, and he actually did have a rather like full beard. Ooh.
Sorry, grunted slightly there.
Little grunt.
Anyway, this is.
Growl.
I
I shall pass you old book for purposes of, comparison of facial hair. There we go.
And we're not comparing. It looks like we're trying to compare it to her. No, she has no facial hair.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Is there one without any facial hair? Because I think that's my favourite.
No, I don't think at any point he's had no facial hair. I think you've made that up. Like, he's got a little bit of stubble and a moustache in this other one. Honestly. We'll get into some sewing, actually, at some point, guys. Won't just be randomly looking at facial hair on lovely Patrick.
I mean, there are worse things you could spend your day doing. Anyway, yeah. So that is in the modern wardrobe, and you get with it, the other side of the book has got all of the patterns in there. So it's, whilst they are not necessarily the cheapest, they do have an awful lot in there. Actually, do you know what? The shell tops would be quite nice out of these linens as well. There's a lot in here.
I literally have got the pattern ready to look at doing that with the linens, because I just think it's a classic
faux
shape.
pleat top, also rather lovely.
I have to say, this particular book, it's the modern wardrobe, that one, isn't it?
Yeah,
it
lovely.
is a fave of mine. There's a lot in there.
Trousers, they're rather fabulous. Right, so these are all the books du jour.
Many books.
Many books. Should we make something? Should we do that thing?
We shall, yes.
Oh, no, hang on. I want to show you some other linens.
Oh.
Because, now, bear in mind how much I love these. Oh, have you shown these before? You did, didn't you? Or was it, did you show the linen, or did you just show?
We showed the cotton. I'm not sure whether we showed the linen. This
are these alligators or crocodiles?
This is called Gator. From Florida Volume 2.
I love it.
It's ace, isn't it?
You want to watch Friday's show, because I might have a little treat for you with some of these as well.
Just a bit.
Yeah. But if you want this in meterage with 20% off, then crack on. I love these. Look at them, aren't they so much fun? Hot
Really
tomato
fabulous.
goes beautifully with that, by the way. That is basically hot tomato.
Brilliant.
If you're looking for the plain that goes with it.
It looks fabulous. It looks fabulous together.
By Friday, I will have the samples made.
If you want plain to go with the other one, black looks great, but light grey as well.
Yeah, I know. I've put black with it, I think.
Those look good.
Because I'm going to make my reversible round-handled bag with it. So Friday, there will be a kit for that and samples to show you. Hurrah! In between plain copies. So do check out. We've got all of our beautiful Moda linens there as well. We've got paisleys, we've got florals, we've got all sorts. We've worked with them before. We are starting to get low on them now. So the bundle that we have put together, and if you're wondering what this is, these are normal cottons. These are not linens.
No.
They're not the mochi schmoochy linens.
Smoochy linens.
That's what I'm going to call them from now on, the smoochy linens, because we love them so much. They are cottons, normal quilting weight cottons.
Yep.
Jane has done some fabulous hand stitching because she is amazing. And it is Sashko inspired and amazing.
Join us tomorrow for that. That's what that one's about.
Right.
That one is called the Sutiku quilt.
The what?
Sutiku. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Great.
I know this.
You know
The
this.
instructions are all there, ready to go.
I'm
so
glad
we'll have
you know
printed
this.
and digital version for you tomorrow.
Right. Yes. So my instructions will be up for this later. There's just a little twidge that I wanted to make because I wrote up all my instructions and then changed my mind, Gemila.
You did.
Do you want to know why?
It's all part of the design process.
Do you want to see the original one that I made?
Yeah, go on.
And then I woke up this morning and went, I don't like it.
Don't like
And Gemma went, what?
I love it when she does this to me. So there's no digital pattern at the moment because we've got to rejig, which is fine.
I did it originally. This is the original one.
Full stop.
It's fine.
Fine. Full stop.
No one says someone says that something's fine.
No, if a woman ever says something's fine, run.
And
in
it's
the opposite
really not.
direction. It's
really not okay. Like it's the opposite of fine.
I do understand.
Polar opposite of fine.
Yeah.
And normally that's reserved for husbands. But as Gemma is my work wife...
That's what I keep saying now. If I have to go live on Facebook because you at any point, I'm like, I'm not Natasha, I'm her work wife. Because just... Otherwise, it's the quickest way to explain.
So, let me tell you about the design process. I thought I would do a button. And then I didn't like it.
I really didn't like it.
I didn't want to sew into the PU.
No.
So I didn't. So we'll get rid of that as an idea. And I bet my pin trying to stick it in there. So I've had another sacrificial pin. And also I couldn't find my black elastic, so that was upsetting. The other thing that I didn't like was how long the side bits were there. And also I boxed the bottom. I'm like, actually no, I don't want that bottom boxed. It sits so much better just straight.
Yeah.
So much nicer just like that. It is, isn't it? It was worth remaking it, I think.
Yes.
Even if I was still making it. Oh, that's a nice one.
The first draft, I must point out, got through to me last week. Like last week, beginning of last week. So, you know, this is not...
a couple of other shows.
Oh, well, and, you know, so this last minute change, it's not because she's just gone, oh, I must design something and then put it to wear within an hour. No,
there was actually some thought. And then
We couldn't do that.
H640.
You did.
And it's just too floofy. I normally love a bit of H640 or Styleville to interface my bags, but no, it is too floofy for this fold over bag. So I had to redesign so yeah.
What did you use in it this time? Medium weight interfacing, was it?
I used a 3-inch strip of medium weight interfacing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3 inches is enough.
Occasionally.
Oh.
By 12.
3 by 12, okay, that makes more sense. We've got lots of people giggling this morning, Natasha.
Oh,
We have.
excellent.
Debbie Holland is saying, OMG, Midnight at the Oasis, one of my favourite songs. I was so unaware of the verses, I will not listen to it in the same way ever again.
You can't!
Becky says, love the singing. I'm laughing and everyone at work thinks I'm mad.
Everyone here knows I'm mad. That's the difference.
Yep.
I don't
Yep,
care. That
Auntie
is
Lizzie is with us.
probably why I needed my own business.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're the boss, you can do what you like. Auntie Lizzie says, buy
say
for
that.
people. Eh?
But then there's you.
Yeah, I know,
who doesn't
right?
let me do everything I want.
No, I don't actually sometimes. And then you have a little soul colour, Captain Small. Auntie Lizzie is here. And she says, buy the book for the people, and then they know what to buy us and how to present it as well. Yeah, there you go. Jane says, Jane Vivash says, you two, mad as a box of frogs.
I quite like boxes of frogs.
Then many people noticed that I was quite quiet. And lovely Lisa Chandler's with us too.
Oh, morning, Lisa. Oh, wouldn't this lovely?
She's saying to put your car keys in the bag so you don't forget it. Wise words. And she's also having a craving for sushi and tempura prawns now. How's that for association?
Oh, yeah.
I love a tempura prawn. Oh, sweet chili.
Do you know what I had for Emily's birthday?
Go on.
When we went out for dinner for Emily's birthday, I had tempura soft shell crab.
Mm.
What a treat. It was worth moving to Cornwall just for the seafood.
Well, there you go, see.
That wouldn't suit Izzy, was it, who had to have a day off last week when she didn't realise that Singapore noodles had prawns in it and was allergic to noodles. No, prawns.
No, she's not
That's
allergic
the
to
one.
noodles. Crikey
It was
bobs.
No, the prawns were more the issue. So,
Jenny has just ordered a jacket pattern to make herself a quilted jacket. Jenny, I really, 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 really hope you're using the fabric that I suggested. If you are, we want a picture of it on our Community Makes page.
oh, do you know? Yeah. So SJ was quite demanding. No, it wasn't SJ, was it? It was Izzy was quite demanding about the
Do you want to put the teeth back in?
Community Makes page the other day, and she said, "Well, I was looking on there, and none of you have put new stuff up. I'm just cutting out my bits."
No, we do need some new stuff. It'd be good.
So she was quite upset, and then she said, "Your viewers actually listen, don't they?" She said, "Because lots of them have sent in new pictures." So thanks for that.
Thank you very much. Jan has an actual proper. I mean, this is clearly, you know, if you looked in a dictionary or something, it would tell you this.
What?
She says fine. Actually has a definition. Fine is freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. There we go, that's what that stands for. And lovely Tilly Rose is with us.
Hey, Tilly Rose.
And she says, a box of frogs contains the best peeps.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
the truth.
Yes, yes.
Where we are. I like frogs. Now,
Some
there are
people
love
don't.
who hates it, aren't they? I love frogs.
Frog.
We always had frogs in our garden when I was growing up.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Lovely.
And also, there used to be frogs crossing in the village that I used to live in. So there were a few weeks of the year where some of the villagers would go down with buckets and help the frogs across the road.
Oh.
And yeah, and there used to be signs with, beware of the frogs, to ask people to slow down.
Actual frog crossing.
Actual frog crossing, and people would get buckets to take them across the road to safety. That's love, isn't it? That's love of a frog, that is. This is my lining fabric. This is natural seeded cotton, which just works so well with anything like this. Love, 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 love it.
Oh, if you haven't got any in your stash, it's just an essential.
Well, you'll have some now, because look, you've got loads left over.
You
All
will.
that. And
You will, you will.
that.
You will, you will, you will, you will, you will, you will.
We've got...
Go on, go on, go on, go on.
go on. I might have treated the girls as I sailed back off to Cornwall last week to a new trolley for the warehouse. Mrs. Doyle Jr. is what we call
young
her.
Mrs. Doyle.
The young Mrs. Doyle. And oh no, Inga asked me for my mallet last night.
Yeah, we need a
didn't she?
rubber mallet to put it together.
I don't know if Mrs. Doyle has misbehaved.
Well, we
So
haven't been able to put it together properly yet.
for this one, I'm going to use a bit of denim. I love, again, denim and Sashko just seem to go hand in hand for me. Hand in hand, hand in hand.
Yes.
Yes. Just works an absolute treat. You get way more denim than you need,
Good-o.
because we wanted to make the kits comparable, and the denim isn't as expensive as the PU.
No.
So
It's at a lower price point.
it didn't cost as much.
Yeah.
So we whacked in double.
There you go.
So you'll be able to make loads of other stuff. How useful is it though, really?
Love a bit of denim.
It's brilliant.
So
just
useful.
Brilliant. So that is our origami bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm
She's a
struggling
beaut.
to remember. It's my own pattern.
I know.
Bear with, caller, whilst I just work out how much I need to cut of this.
Oh, I can see my jacket disappearing before my eyes. I think there's a lot of fans of that very beautiful fabric.
Oh, just get it. Get it. Treat yourself, get it. You see, I think, Gemma, out of this one little 6.5 inch strip that I've cut off my ½ metre of fabric, I would be able to get I'd be able to get 2 bags out of this. So you
Love it when you work
could,
that
you've
way
got
down.
plenty then. If you wanted to make yourself a nice handle out of denim, you could do that.
I can see myself pattern testing this one later.
Don't blame you. And it doesn't take very long. I mean, it takes less time if I don't talk as much.
You say, love it when you say things don't take long.
Oh, that worked so well yesterday, didn't it?
Went so well for you.
So well for me.
Anyone who watches yesterday's back,
Soz.
just
Watch it all the way
Watch it
through,
all the way
because you'll
through.
actually get to the bit where I do it right.
yeah. She just does this sometimes, just to remind us that no person is perfect.
I don't think anybody ever thought I was, to be fair.
No. Such a schoolgirl error, wasn't it?
That's never been on the
Fabulous.
cards. Oh, it was a proper schoolgirl level, wasn't it? It was a proper, I'm really not concentrating.
Really
and
not
oh dear, whoops,
concentrating.
I've got to start the whole thing again. Oh, do you know what's going to work beautifully with this? You know the little triangle purses that we did the other day?
Oh, lovely.
All of your leftover denim,
Yes.
make into those
Yes,
immediately,
yes, yes.
if not sooner, with your scraps. So,
Yeah.
so you open it up into fabulous scrap things. I'm making.
I will tag this.
Okay,
I love that make.
it's a good one,
Actually,
isn't it?
everyone loved that make.
And it's really quick. And do you know what else we've added onto the website? More of the starter kits of the cam snaps. Might be because I needed some in Cornwall, so I might have ordered some more, and they came in multiple packs.
Yes.
So, let's start with the little tabs that are going to go on the side. So, let's look at that. Everyone at home going, crikey, at last. I should actually make something. So, I've just folded those 2 raw edges into the middle. Gemma, my iron has had a little belch.
Has it?
You know how it wasn't steaming? It's still not steaming today.
Oh.
But at some point, yeah, it splattered like lime everywhere.
Right, and you bought the special additive and
I
everything.
did, yeah. And then I'm
Which-
going to fold that again over there and then just stitch down one side. If you have a machine that you do not think is going to sew through a few layers of that, just fold it once and sew down. Like it's not the end of the world.
No.
That's all I'm going to say. To the machine! And away we go. You might want to elongate your stitch length a little bit. I've been working on like a anywhere between 2.4 and 2.6 with this. Now also, I did these originally in little 2-inch squares, but actually if you want to do a 2x4 inch and then just trim it down later, that is also easier. Okay. So look, I'm going to trim that down. One there. And you had little inches on my machine. And do you know what I've got for you, Gemma?
What?
These!
Oh, yes.
These are brilliant. And do you know what? They are 15mm D-rings coming in, wait for it, packs of 50. And they came in our, I'm not going to say off the back of a lorry. They did come on a lorry.
Yes.
That I then put my back out unloading. And
They are in our craft corner.
they are in Craft Corner because they are at a ridiculous price of $4.99 for 50.
I mean, that's just one of those things you'll pop in your stash and it'll be there for...
Well, then whenever you need it, it's there, isn't it?
Exactly, for whenever you need them.
Do you know what I can really recommend as well? Actually cutting these the same length. It's going to really help.
Oh, well done you.
Well done.
Well
you.
done you. Good for you.
And then I'm just going to pop a little clip on there and save them for a moment later. There we go. Perfect. So we'll leave those to one side for now. Now next, we're going to take a little look at this. Maybe give it a little press. You know, treat yourself. Right, I have a tip for you because when I started working with my PU, it was creased, Gemma.
Oh.
I know. And
Did you
don't
panic, Natasha?
No.
No.
Did I, heck?
No.
When did
Don't
you last see
panic.
me panic?
Don't panic, guys.
Don't do panicking. It's really waste of emotions. What did I do? I got my Teflon pressing sheet.
Yes.
And very gently from the back. I've got to be really careful how I say these things. That's going to end up on
She'd
our...
do it from the back.
I did it from the back, yeah.
Yeah.
I just very gently pressed. But please be really careful.
Yes. Don't melt it.
No. And just... I glided over it. Glided. What is...
Hovered.
No, I didn't hover. I glided.
Did you gently caress it rather than pressing hard? Is that what you did? Just gently, gently, you know.
It sounds
a
something it
gentle-
isn't, Gemma.
Gentle. Yeah, well, there you go. No. I think it's fine.
Right.
What on earth was that? A thump.
That was me going, and then I'm going to require a little bit of medium weight interfacing. Had I thought about this, I'd have got the white medium face interfacing, but I didn't.
Which we sell in a pack.
We do sell in a pack. This is the black one off the roll. And as I say, had I thought about it, I've probably got some in my... Oh, look at that's very naughty. Oh, Gemma, leaving the blade uncovered. What am I thinking?
Oh, I don't know. Jane would
What
slap
am I
your
thinking?
legs.
Well, I will slap my own legs.
Good.
It's naughty.
Excellent.
Very naughty.
Oh,
Can't do
Megan
that.
Freeman's watching and she says, great to see you using the DX7. I bought this machine last year and I absolutely love it.
Yay!
We love it too.
It's a fabulous machine. I cannot fault
It
it.
is.
I've got the other version of it as well. What version have I got? I've got like the QVP or whatever it is.
It's basically the one with the extended thread
Thingamajiggy at the top.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because we have, oh gosh, someone asked me the other day, how many sewing machines do you have? It was Debbie Shaw.
It's not as many as John.
How many sewing machines do you have? And I couldn't honestly tell her.
No. Oh, I've been getting rid, which is good.
And
Because
then-
otherwise
and then
I
I-
saw myself turning into you
And
and
then
John.
I remembered, I'm not married anymore. So I can actually freely admit how many sewing machines
Yes.
I actually own.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, doesn't matter anymore. No. So I still actually no, because with the UX, I don't really consider that my machine, even though it is here
Yeah.
and it is ours, because Jane uses it. Jane's purloined that. I rarely see that. I work with the DX and the TLs,
Yes.
the tabletop
Yes.
industrials, and that's what I tend to use. Now, you might think, Natasha, that's weird. Why are you just cutting little strips of interfacing like that?
You know
And
what you're
that's
doing.
a good.
mean,
Oh,
just put it out there.
Look at that quote there.
I'm not
I'm
thinking that because you
Going
know
to
what you're
use
doing.
that.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with it, right? The PU and the denim are a thicker fabric. If you want to interface the denim, absolutely do it. And this is what I mean. This is where it comes down to a personal preference for you. If you want this more rigid, then interface your denim as well. And if you don't. It's as simple as that. But when I used H640, it was too much. So that's why I'm going with this. But I do want a little bit more stiffness in my linen for one reason and one reason only, Gemma. Because I'm going to stiffen the bit before it folds over.
Okie doke.
That is the only reason that I am doing this, okay? Because then it just helps it flip, and it also then gives you a lovely guideline as to where to put those little eeky tweaky bits that you just made. They've got a proper name. It just escapes me right now.
Eeky tweaky bits.
It eludes
Works for me.
me, Gemma. It eludes me. Gosh, is it nearly 11 o'clock already? We really have been gabbing some, haven't we? My word, I'm so sorry, everybody. Right, there we go. That doesn't mean I have to stop talking completely. No.
No. Not at all.
Right, I will crack on with my demo then.
Crack on.
Super quick. So just
Yeah.
pop that on there. Now, what I would then say is use that as your guideline and clip in place where that meets your little jibbity jobbity bits. What do we call them?
I'm loving the technical terms today. You're full of them.
They are
It's marvellous.
all out, aren't they?
Brilliant.
All out today.
All out.
If you want to actually measure it correctly, then, you know, do. But that is going to, and that's going to give you then, I want this top bit a bit floppier and this bit a little bit more rigid,
It's firmer.
firmer, more rigidity. I also wish that my iron would steam so that I can actually properly adhere.
Well, I think it needs a bit of attention.
I'm getting it from me.
Okay.
I'm going to salt.
I'm going to look into some form of iron cleaner that will work its way through and blast everything out.
But I've
for
done
somebody
it.
something.
I've put it in.
Oh, heck.
And then baste these in place. Right?
Now, when you say based in place, Natasha,
Based in place, I mean to pop a little stitch just so that it holds. You can hand stitch that in place should you wish. Within your seam allowance, so within your 1/4 inch, just to hold it there. It also just reinforces, because this is what your handle is going to be attached to, just reinforces that. I would really recommend starting with your foot on top of it, because otherwise it can push it out of the way as it climbs up onto it. Does that make sense?
yep.
Ask me how I know. There we go. So yeah, we're all good. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to pop these right sides together onto here, and we're going to stitch, oh hang on, it hasn't changed, right sides together with our denim, and stitch down, and I'm going to chain piece that, but you want to be stitching on the firm side. Okay, if you need to, then clip it or whatever, stop it shifting around. I wouldn't ever pin, you can pin with the denim, but I wouldn't pin the PU, clip it. Are you all using that 20% off code, people? Because
we've had a few.
you know, it's one of those things that when you see these fabrics and there's 20% off. I had a lovely message from someone yesterday saying, do you not have a warehouse cat anymore?
Oh,
And I said, no, we don't.
since we
Because, do you
moved into-
remember, we used to have a little warning at checkout
yes.
that we were horse petting, cat loving, nut eating people that packed your orders. So if you had any kind of allergy, I've just shown that on the wrong way, well done me. Then,
Well done you.
then where is my, I'm really a little bit tired. I think that's what I'm starting to realise. Let me just unpick that very, very quickly. Yeah, so, and she said that notice is gone. Do you not have a cat anymore because you've got cat allergy?
I must point out the cat was never with the fabric.
No, it wasn't, but she did come in the studio, so we had to put a notice up because if she ever went past fabric that we had in the studio,
Yeah.
you know, we're super careful.
Or if we'd given her a fuss and there some hair on her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that did, yeah, we had great fun writing that little notice, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nobody minded.
No.
So yeah, don't do this. I'm doing all the stuff
Don't do
that
a
you shouldn't
tash.
do. Don't, yeah. It has now become sort of a verb, hasn't it? Oh, you just tashed it.
No. Tash things all the time, darling. It's just standard practice.
Right, should we try again?
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Why not?
Nobody minds, we're amongst friends. It's fun.
No.
Right, let's do that. I was just hoping that all my cupboards had, you know, made it in from the delivery.
Oh, apparently we don't need to be sorry, the gabbing is why they're all here. I mean, you think it's for your lovely demos and the fabrics, but apparently they're here for the gabbing.
Gabbing?
Yeah, apparently. And earlier when you said, oh dear, I'm sorry, we're, you know,
Do you know
we're
what?
running over because we've been gabbing. Apparently that's why they're all here.
I don't want to buy anything. That's unlucky.
No.
We can only
Oh,
gab because you
no.
buy.
Exactly. Crikey.
Right.
Be in the job centre by next month.
What was your profession? Gabbing.
Yeah,
We were
gabbing.
professional gabbers.
and it
Turns
didn't
out
pay.
we're not very good at it.
No, heck.
Could you imagine? Maybe we could have our own radio show, Gemma. I'd love that. I've got the face for radio. Why am I pressing
radio?
Huh?
I've got the figure for radio.
There used to be a radio station next to us here, and now they do,
did.
I don't know, car assessments or something quite dull. In fact, they sometimes escape round here to see us, don't they? Because it's more interesting in here.
That lovely lady. And
I
she stood
know.
here and she went, "This is so nice what you do here.
Yeah,
It's not a proper job, really, is it?"
well,
Which
you
we-
say that,
Oh,
and yet you seem to do quite a lot of it.
Quite shattered. But thanks.
We're all a bit tired because
tired.
we do it more hours than you.
Thanks for that.
Not that it's a competition. Right, so I'm just going to top stitch that seam. I gave it a quick press. Obviously, if you're working with the PU, don't press your PU. Gemma, don't do it.
Oh, Julia says plenty of time to buy stuff after the show. I mean, there is, except I'm watching things sell out. So some of you, I've got a bit busy. Can't promise everything will be there after the show. Just saying. Just
Sorry,
in
I
the
was-
interest of fairness.
What's after the show?
Julia's saying plenty of time to buy after the show.
Oh yeah, and do you know what? Could you do us a favour and share any of the videos that you see that you like on Facebook? Can you just share them? Because you might have some stitchy friends that might not have heard of us.
Love a stitchy friend.
Vicky's our stitchy friend, isn't she? And she hadn't heard of us, which is weird given that, you know, she knows us
Well,
both.
she didn't stitchy at the time.
She
was
didn't
a
stitchy.
crochet type, and there's now a sewy type. I haven't
She's a
seen her
sewy type.
crochet for ages.
There you go.
Broken her, we have.
We have. Now, off the back of yesterday's lack of zip box.
Ah, excellent.
I gone done made one.
Well done.
Yeah. If you don't have one of these in your life, get one. It's an order. Do you know what I've got in my pizza box? More zips!
Oh,
This is my zip end box.
We're not selling the pizza boxes, just to be absolutely clear.
No, and they work. It's a clean pizza box.
Yes.
And
Not a
also, then
used
I
one.
put my little 1/4 inch tape. Oh, Gemma, you know the other day when
Yes.
this new lot came in,
Yes.
and someone said, "But does it have the same amount on? Because they're not the same size." Can I point out one slight difference?
Yeah.
Is that you can actually fit
Yeah.
that into the hole of the other one.
But it is the same amount.
It is the same amount, yeah.
It's just an optical
And
illusion.
that is way more tightly woven as well, wound.
Yes.
So, I'm going to get my zip out. Whip my zip out. All of these are on the website, by the way, and we do zip on a roll, so that you get to have as much or as little as you wish, and then you buy your pulls separately. So, here is your pull. These are really good quality ones. I do love these. You're going to flip it around, have it facing the back, and the flat goes along the flat there, and you want to just slide that in there.
Yes.
You get instructions if you are buying this for the first time with the 1/4 inch quilters wash away tape and the gadget. We also pop in instructions. This is not my idea. I did not come up with it. I always credit Lisa Lamb with this, but the thing is that I kept losing her video, so I just thought I'd write it down for myself, take photos so that I could remember it, and then
Yes.
everyone went, "Well, can we have it as well?" I went,
Yeah.
okay. So
And that comes free with the tool.
yeah. So you just want to, with your teeth facing, so everything's facing the back, teeth facing the back, shimmy that in. If you have, I'm going to have to give you a story now, aren't I?
Yeah.
When I used to work on Sewing Quarter, I used to dread it whenever they had zip on a roll on the show, because there'd always be, I'd wait for the producer in my ear. Could you just show us how to, no, I can't, because it's horrendous. No, and it's live TV. And if you want to sell any of these zips on a roll,
Don't ask me to show
Don't
it.
ask me to demo how to insert the zip onto the zip teeth, because it's horrendous. Now I'm like, yeah. In fact, I'll make my own pizza box to show you.
And there she's now like, oh, can I show this? Oh, I don't think we need to. No, I'm going to show you anyway.
Doing it anyway. I'll do it twice. Just 'cause I can.
Yes. Watch me go. Watch me go. Look at me, mummy. Look what I can do.
Me, look at me. So yeah, it's changed my life in a good way.
Yeah.
Right, zip tape. Out we come. This has also changed my life. You can use your sew line glue pen if you want a glue based as well, but basically it means you don't have to have any pins. Hooray! Who likes pins? Not me. Well, I do like pins. I just don't like. I'm clumsy. So I am going to pop a little bit of tape along here, like so, the length of my fabric. Now, if you have yet to cut your zip down, then what I can also say that you can do, I've still got so many scissors. So Sarah. I don't know if she's with us today, watching. You can just zip up, like way over there.
Nice.
And then you don't have that thing of having to stop, jimmy your zip pull around, and then you just bring it back into play later. It's much easier.
Fabulous.
I know. Yeah, I thought, yeah, I'll just show everyone that. And then right sides together. So the right side of your fabric with the right side of the zip, on that goes. I started making little zip pouches out of a Tilda book many years ago, and I actually ended up folding the page over because whenever I needed to make a pouch, and I made the pouch many, many times, I always had to go back and check my sandwich for my zip. And now, just as long as you remember that the zip just goes right sides together, and your lining fabric then right sides together with your outer.
Perfect.
Just keep having everything right sides together, you'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right, all right. We'll be fine. There we go.
So many people have put off having a go with zips, and
I really don't. And for me, it was the
this.
pinning. Ugh, pinning. What? No. If you want this sturdier, so this new quilter's tape that's come in, it's kind of tacky, so it will hold it a little bit, which is all you need. But if you want it to be held more firmly, just apply a little bit of heat. It still washes out. I always go for the wash away version because that one doesn't gum up your needles. Yeah, which is great. So I'm then going to stitch down there, flip it open, and then stitch down, top stitch, so that my fabric doesn't get stuck in my teeth.
no one
Not
wants
my
the fabric
teeth,
stuck in
my
the teeth.
zip teeth.
Oh, right. Yeah, if anyone's ever got stuck in a coat and that horrible sense of panic, why do you panic so much when your zip gets stuck?
I don't know.
It's a proper panic, isn't it?
Have you ever tried on a dress in a changing room
Oh, don't.
and then not been able to get out of it?
For reasons I still don't understand, I once tried on a orange,
Well,
polo neck, but had the smallest neck in the world, and it slid on, but I could not get it off. I genuinely thought I was going to have to get cut out of it. The panic was real.
real panic.
Oh, gosh.
Because unless you've gone shopping with a friend, you are stuck in there.
I was shopping with a friend. That's the awful thing, is she wasn't a very close friend. She was a new friend, and she was cooler than me. And it was like, how do I explain that I'm stuck in this absolutely heinous thing that I never wanted to buy anyway? Clearly the ugliest thing in the shop.
Really?
Oh, honestly.
Amazing.
The embarrassment.
But yeah, there is, and that is the one time that I would admit to mild panic, is in a shop stuck in something with no way of getting out of it. That's the only time that I would admit to mild panic. I think that life's all right, really, if that's something that you get mildly panicked. That and when I turn around and I can't see Captain Small. I don't know where she's gone.
Yeah. Does
That
take
also
quite
panic.
a lot to panic me, to be fair.
I mean, to be fair, you've got to be resilient because you work for me.
Yeah. So true.
Huh?
So true.
I know, right? I like to think I build resilience in people. That's how I like. Oh dear. What's just happened there? Oh, look, my bobbin is not very happy. Hey, bobbin.
Oh.
That's a really technical way.
Really that could have been taken the wrong way then. That was a
Oh.
very professional thing you did there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to I'm just not even going to faff about.
No.
I'm just going to
If in
rethread
doubt,
it.
rethread.
Do you know what? It just needs a jolly good clean,
It
actually,
does.
this machine. I'm going to just pop the foot down and give that just a little pull through. The reason that I do that is because it just makes sure that the thread goes through the tensioners properly, which is always worthwhile.
Yes.
But yeah, I didn't think it was stitching right. Oh well. We shall continue to top stitch and just ignore the inside of that and hope that it is feeling a little happier with itself. There we go. Oh yeah, that sounds better. I don't know what upset it. Some days, Gemma, it just is one of those things. Have you ever done that thing where your machine, is clearly unhappy with you, and then you go to bed and you wake up the next day and you start your project again and everything is fine. It's like, why did you not do that last night? That is the sign, isn't it, to go to bed?
Yes.
Like when your machine starts telling you you really cannot actually operate me properly,
Yeah.
go to bed.
I mean, there are little moments where your machine's misbehaving and you just go into that drawer, you know, the one you keep minstrels in or M&Ms, and that's fine. But sometimes when you're just not getting anywhere, it is just time to go to bed and just come and have another look at it the next day. And for whatever reason, it's all fine.
It works. I know, I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
My next question to you is, minstrels and M&Ms,
Oh, yeah.
are they your snack of choice?
If they're going in the little, you know, cubby hole, that one that's for snacks in the sewing machine, yeah.
But surely...
Some people keep seam rippers in there. Not our friend.
I keep forgetting there's one in there. That would be really useful, actually, on the number of times I go, where's my steam ripper? I can't find it anywhere. And stamp about a bit. It's quite like that. Surely... Oh, what are the ones that I like?
Oh, you like Revels.
Revels.
But Revels are like, they're like the Russian roulette of the sweet world, because you
Love
might
that.
end up with the coffee one. And that's not okay. You don't like the plain chocolate ones in there. I get to eat all those.
Yeah, I know.
Brilliant.
Or Captain Small does.
No, well, that's why we prefer it when you have them at work. Auntie Lizzie's just admiring the way that you very beautifully and neatly curled the discarded thread into a tidy ball just to throw it on the floor. So, Natasha. It's so, Natasha. I'm so glad you noticed this. This is what I have to put up with.
Not as much, though. You miss me when I'm not here.
Not quite so much. We have like this
What do you mean
calm
you don't
few.
miss me quite so
much. I don't have to put up with it quite so much. We have this calm few days, and then she's back.
They miss me really.
And a really calm few days,
They miss
and
me
then
really.
she's back.
Gemma, how much singing and dancing do you do in the warehouse when I'm not here?
No comment.
Honestly?
It's actually a bit last week.
Is
Yeah.
it more or less?
I think Inga shows visible annoyance with it more when you're not here. When you're here, she's just like, right, okay. When it's just us,
I think she just has a different taste in music to you, Gemma.
I don't know, she was really going for Poison the other day. She was loving a bit of going loco down in Acapulco as well.
Look, when we get music that Inga loves, you can't stop her. You cannot stop her. I don't think she's a fan of the musicals, and you were full on musicaling the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's not so fond when I start full on music.
No, she really did not.
Unless there was that time when I was full on Barbara Dixoning and Elaine Paging. I know
Right.
him so well. She got involved as well. It was the most menopausal thing you've ever heard in your life. Me, Jane and Inga all properly going for a really loud rendition of I Know Him So Well.
I think Izzy and I went down the cafe at that point.
This was pre-Izzy.
Was
it?
it?
Yeah. I haven't
Was
done it
it?
for a while. I think that needs to come back. Izzy's not in today either.
No,
I think it would disturb her quite a bit, so it's possibly a today activity.
Sorry, my mother's just sent me a quick message. All safely delivered. Oh, but the cat's escaped.
Oh, beautiful.
I
We don't even have to ask which cat.
I'll
Mortimer.
get him when I get home.
Yeah. Mortimer.
Thanks, Mum.
Or he'll trot along when the
Thanks,
kids come
Mum.
back from school.
Love you. There we go. Sounds everyone.
That
Just
cat
done me a big favour.
has the devil in him, doesn't he?
Oh, do you know what he started doing? I don't know where to go. How to tell you this.
It's incredulous, whatever it is, guys.
So, I now live in a flat, and I have to walk up the stairs, right?
nice. Can you do down the stairs as well? Let me just check. Go on. Let me just check if you can do down the stairs. Not bad.
Thanks.
The knees
Barbara's
aren't
annoying. Yeah, so there I was, carrying the shopping in up the
Yes.
stairs, right? And suddenly, it smacked around the face.
By Mortimer. There's a reason Malcolm's your favourite.
And he's just sat at the top. I didn't notice him, and because I didn't say hello to him, he just smacked me around the face as though walked up the stairs and like,
Oh, no, you know how to parent that out of a child, but how on earth do you do that and get... Margaret has an answer for most things. We love you, Margaret. And Margaret knows cats as well. Although Margaret is the woman who's fed her cat its third breakfast already today, so I suspect she's possibly not the...
crikey.
Not into cat management here. Come on.
Management.
Come on,
This will
Margaret, please tell us there is a way to stop your cat from slapping you around the face. Disrespect.
I was incandescent
Wow.
with cat-based rage.
Wow.
I
That's
know.
special.
And then he went out for a bit, as he's starting to be allowed out now. This is where I'm just going to move my zip down to there and then trim it. So then he went out for a bit, and then Freddie got upset because I had to go and get him in the dark back from panto practice. And he's like, but Mummy, he won't be able to see in the dark. I'm like, you really can. Cat's
Much better
eyes.
than us. Yeah.
So I had to explain about the whole science behind cat's eyes, which was great because it was bedtime by that stage. Just getting into a bit of science. And now we're going to go right sides together, by the way, just whilst I tell you about my cat rage. So yeah, Freddie then gets upset because the cat's out in the dark and he doesn't want this cat being run over like the last cat got run over, which is understandable because that wasn't fun for any of us.
And he is very, very,
Including
very,
the
very
cat.
like the old one.
He is very like them, but no, Theo would never have smacked me around the face.
Theo wouldn't like... I think Mortimer's worse. This is something else.
Yeah.
It's like Theo decided to send
On
a...
steroids.
Yeah,
Yep.
decided to send a more disrespectful and possibly worse version of himself.
Of himself.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So Freddie then refuses to go to bed until the cat is in.
Excellent. It's a good excuse. Well done him.
Yeah.
Mm.
To which we came to a compromise of I would keep going out until the cat came back.
Right.
Yeah. Midnight, the cat finally came home. Because the thing is, I mean, I know that Freddie was asleep and wouldn't have known if I didn't keep my word. But you've got to keep your word, haven't you?
You have.
So, yeah, every half an hour, Marty, out the back door until Marty came back.
He is a
I am
menace.
clipping. Huh?
He is a menace.
Morty the Menace. Yes, Menace Morty. I'm just making sure that those kind of go. And I am clipping also at the zip, pushing my zip, folding it in towards my lining.
I do have a theory about Mortimer.
That he is the devil incarnate.
Yeah, I do, but I have a theory. When
go
you
on.
were naming these cats,
Yeah.
you had decided on Malcolm, you couldn't decide on the name for the other one.
No, it's the other way around.
I thought it was this way around.
No, he was always going to be Naughty Morty.
Okay. But I said to you at the time, I'm not sure that Naughty Morty is the best name for the cat. He will be naughty.
Hang on.
And
No, you said that about the dog.
I
That's
did.
why you wouldn't let me call
With
her Luna.
Yeah. But, I mean, Meg came up with a great cat name for you. In fact, Meg's watching, and my mother. Hi.
Morning,
came
family PT.
And I don't think she's actually forgiven you because she wanted you to call the cat Bartholomew. And I do think Bartholomew would have behaved far better than Naughty Morty.
Yeah, but what's short for Bartholomew is Bart. Yeah. And then, have you watched Bart Simpson?
Well,
The Simpsons?
I think you'd have called him Mew for short.
No.
Would have been nice.
No, because I've got a nanny Mew.
I know. Nanny Mew, who has a cat now.
She'd probably been really
Just makes
thrilled,
me
though, to be
chuckle.
fair. Have a cat named after her. Change your stitch, by the way, to a quarter of an
Excellent.
inch.
Margaret says you're on your own with the cat issue. Our cat waits at the top of the stairs for cuddles through the banisters. He's not a big cat, so he wouldn't be able to reach to slap. Anyone who's just tuned in, Natasha's cat decided when she was carrying the shopping up the stairs the other day to reach out and slap her round the face. Good old Morty. He's a delight, isn't he?
To be fair, in his defence, he didn't have his claws out. It
Natasha, I'm
wasn't.
not entirely sure that makes it any better.
No, but if he'd have been in a bad mood, it was just a playful smack round the face.
I'll remind you of that later. If I need to get your attention. And you'll be like, what was that? It was just a playful slap on the face, Natasha. I didn't have my claws out. It's fine.
Although my claws are looking
Your
fabulous.
claws are purple today.
They're
Right,
amazing.
now, yesterday when I did a zip, I'm not going to lie, I broke a needle. So I'm going to hand crank over this because I'm not going to lie, I also did this morning. There we go.
And yet you've not done this.
I've never,
You've
I
done
haven't.
so many projects.
I know. I think it's just the speed at which I might have attacked it. Turning through gap. Hurrah. I think my mum's messaged me back, but I'm not going to check because that'd be really unprofessional. It's like waving at your mother on your stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which
Although,
I'm kind of secretly hoping that Freddie does when I go to see his panto. And I also have a feeling that Emily will also get up and try and do all of the dances that they do at the panto. They've already got their eye on her. I think they must have heard some of her ukulele songs that she's been making up.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
She's come up with some fabulous ones. Meg never did the waving and, on stage thing. She always came out as if she was, on the Royal Shakespeare Theatre stage, or she was always there, consummate professional, right from reception upwards. Incredible. And she always knew all her lines and everybody else's and would get quite annoyed. She'd just turn around and tell them their line, so they'd forgotten it.
Wow.
But, not before she sort of looked at them and nodded as if to go, come on, remember it.
Yeah.
And then she'd just whisper it to them, like, and then they'd go, oh, right, and then they'd say their line. Amazing.
I
Turning through gap. Might need to shout or not. They're all going on in here. Not trusting you to have a turning through gap,
Huh?
They weren't trusting you to have a turning through
No,
gap.
I've done it. Look, it's done.
know,
Look,
I
and
know.
I've even done it in a contrast thread so that you can even see.
But they've all been shouting. Gap, gap. Might need to shout, not. No, hang on, she's done it. Well done.
Well done. Well done,
done.
you. Are we allowed to share the story as to why we say?
Oh, I don't think we can.
Well done,
it's
you.
borderline terrible, but yeah,
It's
friends. it's more than borderline terrible. So my friend worked with some really revolting people, and they were horrid. I mean, really, really, really horrid. So she just made up stuff about herself.
Yeah, she decided she wasn't going to work there for any.
Yeah,
any further, didn't
and she was going to leave, but she made up some stuff about herself that normal people would be fine with, but because they're horrible, judgmental people, they really weren't going to be fine with. And she just rolled one of these things out in conversation, which, anyone else would just be like, okay. But this woman literally looked like she was going to vomit, and then went, well done, you, good for you. And she was so insincere and so horrid. So yeah, whenever we see well done,
It's just become that, hasn't it?
It's just become that.
Now I have remembered to do a turn.
Because we are live and let live people.
We are.
Unlike these horrible people that she worked with, she doesn't work with them anymore. Lo's arrived.
Morning, Lo.
Hi.
Just in time for the big ta-da moment.
Oh, she says, my
right?
nickname as a child was Pebbles. Whilst on stage at the sold-out Princess Theatre, I walked out to my auntie and uncle shouting, hello, Pebs.
Ah.
Love that.
Mine was Poodle.
Yes, yours was Poodle.
Yeah. Well, it was Poodle for a while at one school
Yeah.
because of the mullet that Mary Shufflebottom cut for me
Very shuffleboard.
at the age of 13. That's not too damaging at all, is it? And
No wonder why Natasha changed schools as many times as she did.
And then after doing Alice in Wonderland, where I was the Queen of Hearts and borrowed my friend's mum's hunt ball gown, which was strapless, and having off where they're headed quite vigorously, and fallen out of said top, because that's also not too devastating at the age of 15, is it?
No, not at all.
I was then known as Booby Lou.
Booby Lou.
Booby Lou.
Amazing.
Yep, and Gilly to this day, George's mum, my friend George's mum, still, even at George's wedding, going down the line, oh, Booby Lou, how it, yeah, all right.
All right. Yeah, cheers.
Thanks, Matt.
Still Booby Lou. Thanks.
So here we go. Dee.
I love this bag.
Give a little press. You will, of course, stitch up your turning through hole. But you see, because you put that interfacing up to there, it just means that it
You flapped a bit firmer.
Yeah.
Excellent. Means your flap hangs right.
Oh, look, hang on. I will have to go back and just sew that through. have just popped out.
That's fabulous, that colourway. I love it.
It's all right, isn't it?
Amazing.
But if you wanted to...
Well done you.
Well done. Yeah, thanks. There you go. Rather like that.
It's brilliant.
And it just... Have I got my thumb stuck? There you go.
Brilliant. Love, 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 love.
Ta-da. That's it. And that is another quick, easy make.
It doesn't use a lot of fabric either. You could
It doesn't.
rock these out for presents. Marvellous.
But really handy.
Really handy.
And actually, if you did want to put H640 into the bottom half of that and pop your tablet in it, you could have it in a tablet case. And also, you know, no pickpocketers are going to get that. I'm going to turn that through and restitch that. I've just got my little zip popping out. It's annoying. So yeah.
Brilliant.
One make done.
Oh,
Please do
My
make
mummy-
the most of
my
the
mummy says
20%
fabulous.
off.
just so you know, Ed's likes this one. You know what's going to happen next?
Gemma,
Make
can
me
you make
one.
one?
Make me one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jane is doing this tomorrow.
She is.
We have got 20% off all of these linens, peeps, today.
We have.
So
And
please do make the most of that
some other
as
stuff
well.
too.
Oh, loads of
Loads
stuff.
of
In
other
fact, I
stuff
might do a few little
too.
videos just to remind you of what we do have in the
Yes.
warehouse. Because when I say it's across thousands of products, Gemma, how many SKUs have you now loaded?
Oh, nearly 7,500 since
Yeah.
well, just over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thousands of products have got 20% off. Please make the most of it. This is our little something for you for the end of the month. So do make the most of that. We will be back tomorrow with Jane. I say we. Gemma and Jane will be here. I will be picking up puppies in Cornwall
Yes.
and making samples and stuff. I'm
Yes.
excited about. I've got a box full of fabrics for samples that I order and take down, and it's very exciting.
It's been brilliant. Natasha's had lots of design time and all sorts, so we've got some brilliant makes coming through. If there is something in particular that you think, I really would like a pattern for that, or I've seen this and I don't know how to make it, I'm just pushing you under the bus here, Tash.
Yeah, thanks.
Send it to us, you know, send
Yeah, okay,
us.
but can I just put a caveat on that?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't do like covering your car chairs because I get asked that a lot. Can you
Yes.
just no? Because everyone's different. No.
Everyone's different.
No.
So, you know, but you can only ask. And if you ask and Natasha looks at it and thinks, actually, yes, that's something that I could put together, it's obviously got to be commercially viable, you know.
Oh yeah, that too.
If we look at it and go, I think only you would buy that and nobody else, and there's a lot of design time and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because that's what takes up the time.
But if we look at it and think, yeah, I think a lot of people would like that, and
do.
you know, it's something we can fit into the schedule with the fabrics we've got coming through, then yeah, Natasha will do that.
Give it a go. Give it a go.
So you can ask. Please ask.
Please do ask. Anything else to say, Gemma?
Yeah, puppies, capital letters, 3 exclamation. Oh no, at least 6 exclamation marks, maybe 7.
Would that be our
And-
quangle?
Yeah, and
Yay!
puppy pictures, please. Julia France, also a puppy fan. She is.
She is very beautiful.
Sylv's asking, is there a 20% discount on puppies? Sadly, no.
Sadly, no. That would
And
have been great, though, wouldn't it? Do you know why that zip has been that? I started and stopped, Gemma. Didn't actually sew in the zip.
Karen is asking for wall hanging storage. Karen, we have
We've
had a
got one.
few. We've had a few. So there's the pocketed. If you look at it, actually, it's a brilliant instruction because it tells you how to do a pocketed organiser and an apron. It's all in one instruction. So yeah, pocketed organiser / apron. Look that one up. That was demoed on the 12th of July.
There's
yeah,
also
there was
the
a wall
hanging
hanging
storage.
version. There's also the hanging storage.
Which is lovely, and that uses sewable PU. We've got some actually. Maybe we should do a remake of that.
Yeah, we could do that.
That's really handy because then I could put that in my utility room on the
hanging
back of the
s-
door with puppy
Oh,
paraphernalia.
perfect. The hanging
Brilliant
storage
for that.
is actually called the hanging storage tidy or hanging tidy. So if you look that up,
Yeah,
that was ace, wasn't it?
that was really useful because I use sewable plastic with that, so you can actually see what's in the pocket.
Do you know we need to get some more eco hangers because they were brilliant as well. If
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
get
we can
hold
get
of
more of
those,
those.
we will.
That's fine. Then we can put some of those kits together. That's better.
And
My zip is
just
now sewn in.
On a
Hurrah.
storage front for your, well, perhaps kids' bedrooms especially, but you know, adults as well. There's a bed tidy. We did the bed tidy and that was phenomenal too.
Oh, the bed tidy was great.
Bed tidy
yeah.
was great. Like remotes, tissues, whatever else. Look at that.
There we go. All done.
Love it.
All done.
And if you make the PU version and
Yep.
you need to press it, yeah.
Teflon
Auntie
sheet.
Lizzie was also saying though, for a finished project when she's made something with PU, she'd just plonk some big books on.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
Or with a hairdryer.
Yep.
And then plonk your books on. That's the other thing. Right, lovely peeps. We will see you next week. Gemma will see you tomorrow with Jane when they make this incredible masterpiece. And yeah, for anybody that's asking about these are, well, this is Gemma's infinity scarf pattern there.
It is.
Lots of love for that after I wore a couple of them at the weekend.
Yeah.
They are lovely. And I can floof those okay, I can manage. I hope that you have a lovely weekend if I don't see you before. I've picked some cracking half meat heavens for you this week and also next week. I think we're on to a winner with these. Love
Ditto.
them very, very much. We've got some interesting little deals for those as well. Don't forget, we are also here on Thursday night, 6:30, for gin and tonic time, basically, with Gemma and John.
Yes.
For another instalment of the Tilda quilt, and then Friday is Pay It Forward. You get us 5 times this week. What can I say? What a treat!
I know, right? I know. We spoil you. That's all we've got to say. Spoil you.
Yep.
Sue says, fabulous morning, ladies. You've really brightened my day. Love the bag too. You guys brighten our day as well. And you
It's
know,
all reciprocal.
it's lovely.
So yeah, have
Thank
a lovely
you.
time, and we will see you very soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.